Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. It is open conversation on this chilly day. Let's have some conversation to get the blood moving and warm us up a little bit. Not that we have to argue or anything like that, but just a conversation and get things moving. What do you think about that, huh? What's on Your Mind brought to you by Tireman's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Boss Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Gary's Auto Sales, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. Guess, not that it's really the news, but the cold that we're facing right now. It's 17 degrees. Wind chill factor out there takes it down even lower. Supposed to get nice and cold again tonight before it actually warms up into the 40s tomorrow. But we're back down into the teens and single digits again over the weekend. So a little respite tomorrow and Thursday, but back down again it goes. All righty, some great news as far as I'm concerned here. The CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, has announced that drug overdose deaths fell by more than 20% last year. Not sure. They're not attributing it to anything in particular, but they do mention the increased vigilance at the border and shutting down the border as a factor, increased availability of overdose remedies such as Narcan is in there as a possibility. They said this was and this goes from August of 24 to August of 25. So this does include part the final months of the Biden administration, when, by happenstance, that administration had started toughening up a little bit on their own. So anyway, regardless, I think that's great news. Down 20. Now we still have a ways to go to just even match levels from 2010 or so. We're still up over that, but we're getting there, huh? Let's see here. What else? There continues to be a lot of fallout over the interruption of a church service in Minneapolis over the weekend by protesters going against ICE. It appears that the Justice Department is investigating the incident as a violation of the FACE Act. Now, FACE Act stands for Freedom of Access to Clinic References. It was passed in 1994, and it makes it a crime to use force, threats, or physical obstruction to people looking for health services, and this includes abortion clinics, and also churches. So they're being investigated for that. What I find interesting in all of this, Keith Ellis, who is the Attorney General for the state of Minnesota, said, that doesn't apply. That doesn't apply here. There was no violations here. That's just the tip of the iceberg. I have not seen any Democratic leader come out against what took place at that church on Sunday. Not one. Now, maybe I've missed it, and I hope I have, but I have not heard any Democrat leader come out and bash those protesters for what they did. On the flip side, this is garnering a lot of support, the church. And I wouldn't be surprised if this Sunday that church is packed to the gills. But we'll have to wait and see it happen. So your thoughts on all of this? Your thoughts on this? Now in my mind, these protesters up in Minnesota have already crossed the line when it comes to protesting. But did this act at this church, did this go way behind or way over the line, I should say, way over? I mean, I think they've gone over the line, hindering physically what they're doing already. This thing that happened Sunday, in my opinion, went beyond that. So what's your opinion on this? I mean, is Christianity under attack in this country? Is nothing sacred anymore? That no holds barred, whatever goes? Is there no decency left? So let me know on that. Let me see. I don't know how many of you stayed up to watch the NCAA football championship game last night between the eventual champions Indiana Hoosiers and the Miami Hurricanes. It was really a great game. It was a nail biter. It was how a championship game should be. So Indiana held on to win 27-21. It took an interception there with about 30 seconds left in the game for Indiana to seal the victory. 27-21 was the final. Indiana goes 16-0 for the entire season. Miami finishes up with 13-3 for their record. So your thoughts on last night's championship game? 3 years in a row that the Big Ten has had the national champion. Michigan, Ohio State last year, and now Indiana. 3 different teams, 3 years in a row from the Big Ten. For the longest time, the SEC was, the football conference. I think you need to amend that now and say that the Big Ten is it. Believe it or not, there is already out a 2026 NCAA preseason football poll out. And Texas is number 1. Indiana, this year's champion, is in there at number 5. So, talk about jumping the gun there a little bit, especially when you've got this portal going and players still jumping around from team to team. Whatever. Okay. So, humans like to complain, don't we? We're never satisfied. It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too bright, not bright enough. Whatever it may be, right? This sofa's lumpy. This mashed potatoes are lumpy. We like to complain. Well, the what's being touted as the oldest customer service complaint was unearthed in I think it was Turkey, outside the city of U-R. I think that's in Turkey. I'm not sure about that. But it's a clay tablet that dates back to 1750 BC. And the inscription is from a buyer to the merchant. And it's called the Complaint Tablet to E-Nasir. In it, E-Nasir is the merchant, by the way. The buyer berates the merchant for delivering inferior copper and mistreating his messenger. So it's being touted as the oldest customer complaint in history. So I thought that was a little amusing. I hope you did too. So that's, you know what? That's pretty much on my list here for today. The president is in Davos, Switzerland for the big economic forum out there. He'll be meeting with European leaders concerning Greenland. And he's pushing for the United States to have some kind of control, I think, is what his ultimate aim is. Not that he wants Greenland for the United States, but he wants the United States to have some kind of control over that island. The president feels that Greenland is vital to the national security of this country and therefore the world as well. So, or our allies anyway. So, the president is over or is on his way, one of the two. So there's that we can chat about as well. The Steelers are supposedly done with their virtual interviews and are now calling some of those interviewees in for face-to-face conversations. So former Green Bay and Dallas coach Mike McCarthy, and Pittsburgh native, by the way, from the Greenfield section, he's coming in for an in-face interview. So your thoughts on this whole process? Who are you hoping for? If you're a Steeler fan and have a vested interest in this, let us know what you think of the process so far. I think that's pretty much about it. I'm sure there's some other topics you and I can chat about. Whatever you want to, that's fine by me. So give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so no waiting. Get those fingers moving. And I'm going to go and take a little bit of a break, and we'll start those conversations after this.
Hi, I'm Jason Brady, the owner of Brady's Rad Cafe, the new restaurant in Uniontown Mall near JCPenney's. Join us for our selection of unique burgers and hot dogs, steak and meatball hoagies, and more. Always fresh and made right here by friendly people in a welcoming throwback atmosphere at Brady's Rad Cafe. No frozen fast food, always fresh and fun at Brady's Rad Cafe in the Uniontown Mall near JCPenney's.
Main Street Theater Company proudly presents Grease on stage at the State Theater January 30th and 31st at 7 p.m. and February 1st at 2. Follow the journey of Danny and Sandy, the Pink Ladies, and the Burger Palace Boys in one of the world's most popular and enduring musicals, with an unforgettable soundtrack featuring hit songs like Greased Lightning, Hopelessly Devoted to You, You're the One That I Want, and more. For tickets, call 724-439-1360 or online at statetheater.info.
Hello, I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
Are you ignoring repeated notices that you owe PA Turnpike tolls? Think it will just go away? Wrong. Unpaid tolls don't vanish. They stack up fast. And so do the penalties. Suspended registration, mounting fines, court action. You can't dodge it. You can't outrun it. It's time to pay your fair share. Call 877-736-6727 to set up a payment plan. The PA Turnpike. Pay now. It's the law. Paid for by the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission.
Happy New Year!
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clayton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. Dominic, Happy New Year to you.
Hey, JC, to you as well. Let me tell you how we are going to get this new year started off right. Take up to $6,000 off MSRP on 2025 F-150 STX and take up to $4,000 off MSRP on 2026 Explorer.
Dang, Dom, that's a deal. Listen, we have great offers on all of our new models. And check this out, leasing is back. Lease offers have gotten significantly better, so stop, click, or call to get all of the details.
Pre-owned, you know we got them. We have over 60 in stock. Most are certified with factory warranty and competitive rates.
We are continuing to offer mobile service, online maintenance appointments, and our very popular pickup and delivery option. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at FordofUniontown.com. Offers include all applicable incentives. Sale ends February 2nd.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593, and I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. Give me a buzz. So, two other things here. The Winter Olympics start up on February 6th. The country of Italy is hosting in two different cities, Cortina and Milano. Will you be watching? Will you be watching? And if so, what's your favorite sport when it comes to watching the Winter Olympics? You know, there's going to be, of course, ice hockey, and the NFL or NHL will be taking a break during the Olympics. I understand, allowing some of our pro players to participate in the Olympics. Skiing, luge, bobsled, figure skating in there, curling. How about that one going on? And then also Buc-ee's. And I don't mean baby Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean Buc-ee's as it's not a truck stop. It's a car stop. It's a giant convenience store that I'm told kind of rivals, Walmart. They got dozens and dozens and dozens of gas pumps, and they service just cars, tractor trailers, not allowed. Restaurant with great food from what I understand. Nice, souvenir stuff and other products that you can buy. In all my travels, I've never seen a Buc-ee's. But have you? Have you been in one? And what's your thought? Now, I guess the nearest one is opening up later this year down in Virginia someplace. I forget where. That might be the nearest one. No plans for a Buc-ee's into Pennsylvania as of yet, although there's billboards out on the turnpike expressing interest anyway. So what are your thoughts on these Buc-ee's rest stops if you've been out there? Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ.
Yes, Mark.
Good afternoon.
How are you, Mark?
Russ, I'm here. I'm fine. I'm here at the kitchen table. I got a hot mug of tea with honey and 3 fingers of ginger-flavored brandy in it.
Okay.
I got a little bit of good news for a little bit of everybody.
Yeah?
Russ, do you know how, December the 21st, is the shortest day of the year, the first day of winter?
Yeah.
And the next day, the day started getting longer. It makes everybody feel good.
Sure.
Remember, you know that? Yeah. Well, right now, we're in the dead of winter right now.
Yeah.
Because I got it written down. I'm a bit of a weather buff here. I got a calendar. I got all the days on. But from the 12th to the 28th, the average high is 36.21 till the 28th. At 17 days, we've got 8 days behind us Today's the 9th. We're at the summit.
Okay.
So tomorrow, we start going down the other side of the mountain.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if that makes anybody feel any better.
The other side of the mountain of what? You mean the cold temperature?
Yeah, I mean, we're at the top now. I mean, we're right there in the middle of the dead of winter, and we start going down the other side now.
Okay.
You may not notice it,
Okay.
but we're going down the other. On the 29th, it goes up 1 degree to 37.21.
All right.
Make everybody feel better. Okay, well, I guess you watched a great game yesterday, huh? Indiana.
I thought it was a great game. I really did. I mean, it helps that the team I was rooting for won, but regardless, I thought it was a very good game, and it got to be a bit of a nail biter there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, there was a chance they could have scored a touchdown. Maybe won 28-27.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that was a little bit close.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was just thinking though. Now that it wasn't on television, huh? The networks. It was on.
ESPN.
It was a little more. Yeah. Yeah. Because I looked on 2 4. I looked around. It wasn't on. I guess one of these days. I guess we'll maybe watch the Super Bowl. I guess.
Yeah.
You have to. You know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they said that this was sort of a historic year for Indiana too, because it's the first time since 1894 when Yale went 16-0. That college team went 16-0. So.
And I understand, some of that 16-0 record was Yale going against itself in a game.
Okay.
It played itself or played the JV team or something like that was part of it. And there were some other questionable teams that they played. But regardless, they're still, undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And which is, I did not... I mean, I knew this, but I didn't realize the timing on it.
Yeah.
This also kind of coincides with the Indiana men's basketball 50 years ago went undefeated to win the NCAA basketball championship. Under Bobby Knight.
Yeah, Indiana's a great basketball team. That's what they always said.
Yeah.
If I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, okay, Now we get it. Now I know we're not going to get the quarterback, who's going to win that Heisman.
Yeah, Mendoza.
Yeah, but this Kirk Cignetti.
Yeah.
We got a coach's opening here in Pittsburgh.
You know what? I think he's already put the kibosh to that idea. And he's not NFL material. I think he's already said he's not interested in any NFL job.
He might stay there. Hey, he'll get so much he'll be making probably close under the table. I mean, when you all those you got all the alumni behind you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, now he can do no wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But hey, it's going to make a great movie though, Russ.
Yes, it will.
Movie.
Yeah, but they've already got a movie titled The Hoosiers, though.
I don't know what they can come up with.
I don't know. The Crimson Red. How about that?
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah, or Crimson and Cream. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. We can. Well, there's time to work that out.
Yeah. Okay, Russ. That's all we got for today.
Okay, Mark. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Right.
Bye-bye. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Holy smokes, Russell, Leanne here, you brought up my favorite Olympic sport of curling, and I'll tell you why. No, I'm not kidding.
No.
Okay, I'm not kidding. The reason why I like curling and some of the shooting sports is you don't have to be under 20 to be good at it.
or in shape.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is correct. So that explores a whole other type of skill. And so persons who are older, quote unquote past prime, can still compete, and some of them compete very, very well. And you and I too could be curling champions.
We could. We don't think we're
going to, but we could. We have a chance.
Have you seen the commercial? Which I can't tell you who it's for. I think it's an insurance company. But it's dads with too much time on their hands,
Okay.
And
That sounds good. Okay.
and they're using their babies for curling.
Oh no, no.
It's hilarious. And also there's a companion commercial where they're playing shuffleboard, and and they're using a broom to push the baby across the hardwood floor down to the.
Well, hey, nobody gets upset when they plop their child on the automatic RoboVax, and they're sliding all over the place and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or use the vacuum cleaner to create a Dairy Queen curl on top of their head.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
Or another one would be archery. You could do archery and not be under 30,
Well, that's true. That's true.
So I'm telling you, there's stuff out there, man.
And even some of the shooting events, pistol or rifle.
Correct. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, if you're going to do the biathlon though, which is skiing and shooting, okay, yeah, that one you gotta.
I don't think we're going to do that. No. We're not going to do that.
What? What if I were to pull you on a sled and then you shoot? Would that work?
That image evokes a great laughter and joy. Okay, because of
okay. Or would you prefer me pulling you while you're on a toboggan?
Do something like that. Yes. Here comes Russ and Marge. To compete the comedy team. But I'm going to be real honest with you too. I really couldn't care less about the Olympics because I think they have what's the word I'm looking for? Now that they let professional athletes do, it kind of destroys the whole idea behind the Olympics. And I want to watch some young kid that's worked his heart out, and make good, But
I think one of the feel-good stories heading into these Olympics, and I forget the young man's name, but he has made the U.S. skating team, figure skating team. He lost both of his parents in that plane crash over Washington, D.C. last year where it collided with a helicopter.
Yes. Okay, he's actually from an area where one of my sisters lives, and she alerted me to that.
Okay.
I don't remember his name either. I'll have to look that up. But God bless him. I just can't even imagine this. Yeah, because all those members of that skating team, as you said, as well as his parents, were perished. And what the heck else? There was. Oh, I read in a magazine that comes every week, hence you can figure out the name of it, that we have the strongest ice skating team for beaucoup years. Mm-hmm. So I would try to watch that. I really enjoy watching the skating. The only problem with that is I used to know who all the skaters were. I'm like, I don't know them anymore.
Well, maybe you'll know them by the end of the Olympics. I wonder... I understand what you're saying. Yeah, we used to kind of know who they were. And
due to the wide world of sports.
That's where I was going. We used, there used to be the wide world of sports that would follow not just the skating around, but all these other obscure, cliff diving from Mexico.
A rudimentary knowledge of who was the top. Yeah, they showed skiing. You knew, who the skiing persons were and all that sort of thing. But now, I don't know. I can still remember they would change some of the opening images, except for the agony of defeat, where you had this poor
on the ski ski jump. Yes.
Yeah.
The thrill of victory in the end. Barrel jumping. Barrel jumping on ice skates. Remember, that used to be one they'd cover.
Oh, my gosh. But anyway, so a lot of good memories there, you know.
I wish they'd bring it back.
No, really, I will watch that faithfully.
Absolutely, you did. Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
Take a break from raking leaves or whatever it was you were doing to come in and watch it, because it wasn't just one event. It was like 3 or 4 that they'd skip back and forth throughout the entire hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, and that's, as I said to you, you had a rudimentary knowledge of many sports, so that when they mention XYZ was, won the Masters, in golf or something, you go, okay, at least I've heard that name before.
Sure.
If nothing else,
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all Leanne has. I'm going to sit there and find some really efficient broom and practice my, sweeping there.
You're curling?
Yeah, no, I think I'd be the one that would have to send the stone going, because I don't think I could keep up with that, that frantic sweeping, type thing. So.
Gotcha.
Anyway, hang in there, Russ, and take care.
Thanks, Leanne.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Have a great one. Bye-bye. Hey, both lines are open. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. That's the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Both lines are open. No waiting, and we got plenty of time to chat here. So looking forward to chatting with you. All right, so Leanne, she likes curling. She likes watching that in the Olympics. A few other things, but mainly the curling. So what is your favorite? Are you looking forward to the Olympics? And any sport in particular that you're looking forward to? So here's a question for Pittsburgh Penguin fans. With pros back in the Olympics this year, I believe Sidney Crosby is back on Team Canada. Does that kind of tear your allegiance apart in the Olympics? Okay, you're rooting for the USA, but you want Sidney Crosby to win too, don't you? So how do you handle that one? Give me a call about that notion. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, this is Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Just tuned in. I heard a little bit of what you were saying. I think they shifted a lot of that type of wide world of sports stuff, unfortunately, over to ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta pay to have access to it.
But it's still yeah. I mean, ESPN or ESPN 235, however many stations they have now. They do carry those obscure sports, but it's still different.
It is. It
is. Like I said, Wide World of Sports covered like 3 or 4 different events within that hour.
Yeah, they did, and you didn't have to be real into it. You could just tune in and get a feel for who was in what and what was going on, instead of having to spend a lot of time looking around and looking at each different sport. I think it's how it's set up with ESPN. They have like a skiing area and a figure skating and whatnot.
Which is great if you're a really big fan of that sport.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't have the overview like you got from Wide World of Sports.
Right. Yeah. And I do miss that.
Hey, real reason I called, got my water bill today.
Okay.
24% increase.
Ouch.
24% rate increase.
Mm-hmm.
And I called Stefano's office and Charity's office and make them aware of it. And in December, they approved a rate hike for Pennsylvania American Water, and they're all over the state. And the press release on it was they approved between 9.8% and 41%, depending on where you live in the state.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting hit right here. I'm right outside of Uniontown. 24%.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's nuts. I wish my pay rate went up 24%.
Yeah, really, huh?
But it doesn't. Everything just keeps going through the roof.
Mm.
And then we're getting electric bill probably 10 to 12% increase. Same for natural gas. But hey, don't worry about inflation.
Yeah.
If you're a billionaire, you don't need to worry about it. If you're out here working,
but it's not the rate is not for an increase on the cost of goods. So it's not our rates aren't going up because gas itself costs more. It's not going up because water costs more. It's not going up because generating electricity costs more. It's the infrastructure that companies haven't kept up with through the years.
I realize that, but they need to keep their increases at something. Really, they ought to cap their increases at the rate of inflation, or maybe 1.5 times rate of inflation. Hard cap, and they can fix things as they can, but you can't rebuild a whole system on the backs of consumers that their jobs just aren't keeping up. Their pay is just not keeping up.
Well, I think it's bad management that they've pocketed money for so long and have spent it elsewhere that they've not done the required maintenance and replenishment or repairs.
Yeah, you got to keep the stock the stock investors happy and their price soaring. Yeah. But it all goes back to the PUC though. Yep. They need to really take into account the consumer's interest. And from where I sit, it seems like it's 90-10 skewed towards the corporations.
Okay. All right.
And it's got to stop. I mean,
I agree.
Wages around here just aren't keeping up.
All right. Hey, Scott, I got to run. I got another caller, and I got to get a break in before them. So thanks for your call. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Hey, to the caller online, too, I got to get this break in first, but if you're able to hold on there, I promise you're going to be first up right after this.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Tuesday is another CR Product Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS. Join us for WPIL High School Boys Basketball action as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs host the Gateway Gators, and the Uniontown Red Raiders will travel to Latrobe to take on the Wildcats. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show starts at 6:40. You can watch the Uniontown Latrobe game on the WMBS YouTube page and also follow all of the action here on the radio. The Laurel Highlands Gateway game will be on the WMBS Facebook page. That's high school basketball action Tuesday starting at 6:40 here on WMBS.
Get ready to make your new year a winner with Live Casino's $100,000 cash blowout drawing. Earn entries daily starting January 1st and join our action-packed drawings on January 30th and 31st. You could start your year off with a share of $100,000 in cash and free play prizes. How's that for a happy new year? Come rake it in at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Do you wake up every morning with an aching back? Is it time to replace your mattress? Purchasing a new mattress can be expensive, but more than that, it can be confusing. There are just so many choices. At Chesler's Fine Furniture, sales associates can help you find the perfect mattress set at an unbelievable value. One of the truly great things about brick and mortar stores is that, at the very least, you know where they are and where they are likely to be for a while. At Chesler's, you can test the firmness and quality of every set on display. Shop now and find everyday low prices. Credit terms are available with 90 days same as cash with a minimum purchase. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, the store you know and trust, where customers send their friends.
WMBS. Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to the show, and thanks for hanging in there.
Anything for you, Russ. Hey, wanted to talk about something.
Yeah.
The past four presidents, and we're going to go a couple different places here. It's all about numbers. Past four presidents, starting with George W. Bush.
Yeah.
291 executive orders during his term. Barack Obama follows him. 276. After him is President Trump. 220. After him is Joe Biden with 162. Now, 220 in his first term. President Trump has signed 26 in his first day and an additional 221. That puts him over 440 executive orders, and he's not even, well, he just got through his first year of his second term. So he's on pace to have over 500 executive orders signed. And if you look into this, people have said, and people have talked about this Proposition 25, didn't know anything about it. So I kind of looked into it a little bit. A lot of this actually is fruition of what they're saying. Proposition 25, probably 70% of what he has signed in executive orders has to deal with the laid out plans of Proposition 25. And reading it, the bulk of it is to take power out of the judicial, power out of the legislation, and take it to the executive branch, which he is doing through these executive orders. So when people say that all that's hogwash, no, Proposition 25, for the most part, is being carried out. Now, when we look at also numbers, up in Minnesota, you have the craziness that's going on. It's chaos up there. And we're bringing in federal troops. We're talking about it, bringing in federal troops, and we're saying that the ICE agents, FBI, anybody up there that is working for the federal government doing their job are heroes, and that they need to be supported, and these protesters need to be prosecuted. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
Okay, now follow me with this. They're to be prosecuted. Now,
well, I would say let's amend that a little bit. Not everyone. Those that are impeding, those that are vandalizing. Okay. Those that are assaulting.
What about those who are causing? Because they're not even letting people get close to federal buildings up there that they're working out of. So those people that are causing any damage, or just like your words were, they're being taken into custody. Now, looking at these numbers, let's go to January 6th and compare. With January 6th, the people that were there were security guards. There were on-duty officers. One sadly was killed. These people, the security and the officers, are not heroes. The heroes are the protesters, and those that did, in fact, cause damage to federal property and federal buildings. And with that, 1,500 pardons
Got about 10 seconds.
Were delved out by the Trump administration, and this poor lady that was killed got no plaque. And just real quick, they're wearing MAGA hats overseas, meaning Make America Go Away, if you haven't seen that.
Okay.
It's just interesting numbers.
Yep.
Thanks, Russ.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. Hey, it's time for CBS News. News from around the world, around the country, and then TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tones, 2 o'clock. We'll do it again next hour.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. President Trump marks the first year of his second term by touting his successes during a White House press briefing.
We've done more than any other administration has done by far in terms of military, in terms of ending wars, in terms of completing wars.
And he also defends the immigration operation by ICE in Minnesota by holding up pictures of some who've been taken into custody. His comments come as he prepares to head to Davos, Switzerland tonight to attend the World Economic Forum. Much of the attention in Davos is focused on President Trump. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
California Governor Gavin Newsom, speaking on the sidelines of the summit, slammed European leaders for their response to Trump's threats and told them it's time to have a backbone.
I can't take this complicity. People rolling over. I should have brought a bunch of knee pads for all the world leaders. I mean, handing out crowns and this is pathetic.
The European Commission president is pushing back on Trump's latest tariffs threat over Greenland, saying plunging U.S.-European relations into a downward spiral will only benefit adversaries.
There are growing concerns over who will be part of President Trump's Board of Peace to supervise the rebuilding of Gaza. The list of invitees includes Russia's Vladimir Putin and Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky. CBS's Robert Berger in Jerusalem says Israel has signaled it's not happy about some facets of the Board of Governors.
What the Israelis were upset about and are upset about is that Qatar and Turkey are going to be on this Board of Peace. Now, those two countries, from Israel's point of view, have all along been part of the problem and not part of the solution. The Israelis say that they support Hamas and support terrorism.
New Jersey has a new governor. Mikey Sherrill becomes the first Democratic woman to hold the state's highest office.
I am incredibly honored to be standing before you as the 57th governor of the state of New Jersey.
Her first executive order will freeze electricity rate hikes, and the second will declare a state of emergency to create and expand multiple programs to develop new power generation. The New York City nurses' strike is now in its second week. Nurses are demanding better pay, benefits, and workplace safety from the city's major hospital systems. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani and Senator Bernie Sanders joined nurses on the picket line. Senator Sanders saying,
"Don't tell me you can't treat nurses with dignity when you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars on traveling nurses."
Stocks are down on Wall Street after President Trump's new tariff threats. The Dow right now is down 825 points. The Nasdaq has fallen 478. This is CBS News.
I'm Andrew Garrett. Follow and listen to The Takeout on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200. Looking to update your home? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodels that transform your space from outdated to outstanding. Our designers work with you to create the look you've always wanted with custom cabinetry, countertops, and flooring options to fit your style and budget. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to plan your dream kitchen or bath. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
One of the largest measles outbreaks in the U.S. has been linked to new cases on the other side of the country. Here's CBS's Steve Kathan.
Health officials in Washington state confirm an outbreak connected to a contagious family traveling from South Carolina. That's where there's been a major outbreak of the highly contagious viral disease. with a recent 30% surge and more than 550 cases so far. The 3 measles cases in Washington are all among unvaccinated children just north of Seattle. Local officials are now trying to contain it. Last year was the nation's worst for the spread of measles in the U.S. since 1991, the CDC reporting more than 2,000 cases. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
The death toll from a collision between 2 high-speed trains in southern Spain has risen to 42 after regional authorities say another body has been found in the wreckage. 3 days of mourning have begun in Spain. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
And good afternoon. It's 2:05. It is sunny and 18 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios, Fayette County's personal injury attorneys since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather will follow the news. Herald Standard says that 63-year-old David Coffey of Uniontown was arrested in Maryland as part of a large-scale narcotics investigation conducted by the Allegheny County Narcotics Task Force. Acting on information from Maryland, investigators had a search warrant at his Walnut Street home in Uniontown, and it uncovered crack cocaine, $4,200 in cash, and 14 firearms, 2 of which were reported stolen. Coffey, who is prohibited from owning guns due to a prior felony, faces multiple felony drug charges in Maryland and additional charges in Fayette County and is being held without bond. Rolling closures on Interstate 70 are expected this week as crews will be placing beams for the new Crawford Lane Bridge in Rostraver. The closures will take place between 7 p.m. Thursday and 6 a.m. Friday in both directions, weather permitting. They will last no more than 15 minutes each to allow crews to lift and set the beams onto the abutments. The bridge carries Crawford Lane over I-70 and connects to Finley Road west of the Route 51 interchange. There also will be lane restrictions on the existing bridge, I-70, and Finley Road. Gas prices are 6 cents higher in western Pennsylvania this week at $3.17 a gallon. That's according to AAA. In Uniontown, it's $3.14. Washington is $3.14. Greensburg, $3.18. And Pittsburgh, $3.14. The national average for a gallon of regular gas has been stable over the past week and remains at $2.82. Drivers continue to pay less than they were last year when the national average was $3.12. Pump prices are typically lower in January thanks to a dip in gas demand and cheaper winter blend gas. Crude oil prices remain low as markets keep an eye on tensions in Iran, which is a member of OPEC and one of the world's top oil producers. Nikki Stick says that Motley Crue is looking to take an extended break after wrapping up their 2026 tour. Here's Mark Mayfield with more.
I'm on the way. I'm on the way. Home sweet home. Tonight.
During a recent conversation with fans on social media, the musician was asked if the band has any plans to tour Japan. Six responded by saying, "Don't know if I'll ever tour there again." He added, "I love Japan, but after these 33 shows, our contract's up, and we will need some real time off to decide what we want to do in the future." Motley Crue takes their Return of the Carnival of Sins tour across the U.S. this summer, starting in Burgettstown, Pennsylvania, July the 17th. I'm Mark Mayfield.
WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, tonight is a C. Harper Auto Group High School sports night here on WMBS. 2 games on the docket. Uniontown will visit Latrobe. That'll be on the radio as well as video on YouTube. And Gateway will be at Laurel Highlands. That'll be video only on the WMBS Facebook page. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame gets things started at 6:40. Both games will start at 7:30. NFL Conference Championships are set for Sunday. In the AFC, New England will be at Denver at 3 o'clock. On the NFC side, the Rams will visit the Seahawks at 6:30.
The local district and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
This Weather Watch is brought to you by Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
Sunshine will continue this afternoon. 20 will be the high, mainly clear, dropping to 9 above tonight. Cloudy tomorrow, some afternoon rain and snow, 41 for the high. Right now, sunny and 19 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. It's 2:11 on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Coming up next, hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
This Weather Watch was brought to you by Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Belle Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlow Tavern and Grill.
Hi, I'm Jason Brady, the owner of Brady's Rad Cafe, the new restaurant in Uniontown Mall near JCPenney's. Join us for our selection of unique burgers and hot dogs, steak and meatball hoagies, and more. Always fresh and made right here by friendly people in a welcoming throwback atmosphere at Brady's Rad Cafe. No frozen fast food, always fresh and fun at Brady's Rad Cafe in the Uniontown Mall near JCPenney's.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, Check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Hello, Uniontown and Fayette County. This is attorney Erica Dowd of Quattrini Law Group. Are you a veteran suffering from a service-related disability or disease? Not all injuries are obvious or happen quickly. We've helped hundreds of veterans with conditions like PTSD, neuropathy, heart conditions, and cancers get the benefits they deserve, even when their conditions didn't start until many years after service. VA benefits can be paid for any condition that could have been caused or worsened by your service, from Agent Orange exposure, Camp Lejeune water exposure, burn pits, or physical injuries in the service. If you were disabled from your military service, we can help you. The consultation is free and no obligation. Call us today at 1-888-534-6016 or Google Quattrini Law Group. Again, this is attorney Erica Dowd from Quattrini Law Group, reaching out to veterans like you.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We are going to continue with the open conversation on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line 724-438-4593. Just as a reminder to everybody, What's on Your Mind is brought to you by Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping, Gary's Auto Sales, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, and Tireman's Auto Garage. All right, just to recap some of the things on my list that we can and have been talking about. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says that from August of 2024 to August of 2025, drug overdose deaths in the U.S. fell by more than 20%. To me, that is great news. Now, they're not pinpointing any one particular thing that has brought this decline down, but it does include the strengthening of the border and closing it, the more greater availability of Narcan and other overdose reversing medication on there. So whatever, you know what? I'm glad it's coming down. A lot of work to go, though, still. I will admit that. I still love this one. I get a chuckle out of it. The oldest documented customer service complaint is on a clay tablet that dates back to 1750 BC, where the buyer, who is named, and I can't even begin to pronounce it, berates the merchant, who is also named, and, well, I'll come close with E-Nasir. But the buyer berates the merchant for delivering inferior copper and mistreating his messenger. So it's what used to be Babylon, and I think that Babylon was in the Iraq, Turkey, Iran area. So just I just find that amusing. Let's see here. The Department of Justice is talking about prosecuting under civil penalties those protesters that invaded and interrupted a church service on Sunday using the FACE Act. FACE stands for Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances, which says using force, threats, or physical obstruction to a clinic or a church is illegal. And so that's the law they're looking at. I just read, too, that the Department of Justice has issued and delivered subpoenas by way of the FBI to the offices of the governor of Minnesota, the mayor of Minneapolis, and the attorney general. They're looking to see. They're looking into the possibility of obstruction of justice charges against those entities for the ongoing protests up in Minneapolis. Indiana Hoosiers, Indiana University defeated the Miami Hurricanes last night, 27-21 in the NCAA championship football game. I think the game will go down as one of the classics. I watched it. It was a great game. Kind of a nail-biter really the whole way through. At one point, you thought Indiana had a nice, comfortable lead, but no, it didn't happen. Miami came right back with a touchdown, and we're continuing to drive on subsequent possessions. So, but Indiana with a almost game-ending interception. There's about 40 seconds to go left in the game when that interception came about to seal the victory for Indiana, and saving a perfect 16-0 season. Winter Olympics start February 6th, so just a couple weeks down the road. Going to be in Italy. 2 different cities in Italy are sharing the hosting duties, Cortina and Milano. So I'm looking forward to the Olympics. How about you, and what's your favorite sport there? And then I'm just curious. I've not been to one. I've heard a lot about them, but Buc-ee's rest stops farther south and out west, they're supposed to be absolutely wonderful. And for traveling. And it's not just gas and a bag of potato chips. There is a whole assortment. You could go and do your Christmas shopping there, from what I understand. So if you've experienced a Buc-ee's, give me a call. Give me your observations, if you don't mind. 724-438-4593. One line's open. That means I've got somebody on line one. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ, it's Jake. How are you, sir?
Good, Jake, you?
Very well, very well. I've been hearing this argument every time something comes up. Well, what about January 6th? And I want everybody that committed a crime to be prosecuted. But you yourself know there's people in Uniontown that murdered someone and didn't spend 5 years in jail. And there was people still in jail. Well, it would be prison at this point, because everything after a year is prison, right?
Yeah.
So, again, I mean, I would think you would be the same way in saying that if people committed these crimes, they should be punished for what they did, not for what they didn't do or for crap somebody made up. I think that how long did the let's say the Capitol riots on January 6th last, Russ? How long did they go on?
It was less than 12 hours, I think. Beyond that, I can't be any more specific.
Okay, Say it's 24. Say it's a whole day. Say it's double what you said. And you're right, you're over on the number. But we'll double that. You guys showed us what to do. If this is your complaint, you showed these people what to do because you tore the country apart and burnt it down. Every day you took over federal buildings. Do you not remember that? You had federal buildings taken over for months and months. Seattle, Portland, places police didn't go. It seems like a crazy thing to start with that. Do you know the Black Lives Matter, one of them, just one of the participants, killed 5 police officers in Dallas. And let's go back over. Okay, if you don't believe the police officer's mother, if you don't believe the medical examiner of Washington, D.C., that's fine. You cannot believe them, but you can't say truthfully that January 6th rioters murdered a police officer. You can say it; it's just not true. So you're ill-informed or you're lying. I don't know, but to go on this right after, we're 2 days after Sunday, where these hoodlums went into a church service while it was going on. Really, guys? This is what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe it because of the 5 police officers killed in one day in Dallas, the 3 in Baton Rouge, the 2 in New York City, execution style, basically all of them. If it wasn't a sniper, and you're gonna bring up January 6th. Your rioting is still going on the left. That's all. And it began one day and ended one day. Did I like everything that happened? No. But you won't bring up Ashley Babbitt, right? Where is the big trial because there was an unarmed white woman killed by a black police officer? Right? You hate to have to say that, but people... You're saying things that aren't true, and your side's continually doing it. You have a January 6th every day. And you know how the story started with this lady. She was new there. She was lost. She didn't know where she was going. Okay, why was she stopped and then she wasn't stopped? And right, it went. Oh well, look, she's parked sideways in front of the ICE vehicles. She must be trying to block them. And then she didn't do the civil. Well, can't we have civil disobedience? You guys don't know how to do it. Because civil disobedience would have meant she got pulled out of the car and arrested and taken to jail. Just like MLK, we just celebrated MLK Jr. Day. And that's the way it works. That's the way Rosa Parks works. Not running into a law enforcement officer. They didn't do that. It's mind-boggling to me. I guess I should get over it eventually because it keeps happening. It keeps happening.
Well, Jake, it falls under the category of do as I say, not as I do.
Nice. Do you remember the church across the street from the White House? And this is just a photo op for Trump. There was rioters there. Again, Rand Paul, whom I don't always agree with, don't think he should be surrounded and threatened by hoodlums. Rand Paul was also shot at.
He was attacked by his neighbor and severely injured as well.
Absolutely. What do you people not get? And I get it. The left, that's what the left does. That's what Marxism does, right? Karl Marx himself said, everything that exists deserves to perish. What does that mean? We're going to kill everybody and get rid of and ruin everything. Okay, I get it, leftists, if that's what you want to do. But guess what? I'm going to stand behind the boys in blue, the National Guard, ICE, whoever who's protecting me and my family. What, does everybody have to get their own police force? What did they do to Brett Kavanaugh and go into his house? Right? Just keep going down the list. The recruiting centers, and then that's a little mixture of the leftist and the Islamist. But in this time and place, I say it's the same thing. Again, we have this going on. It should stop. The politicians won't stop it until their police officers, whom we know the vast majority of the Minneapolis police officers are good people, and they're told not to help. Okay. This is why we have the problem, people, because nobody's helping. Mm-hmm. It could be nice and clean and be done. We did it when Obama was doing it. The reporter-in-chief, CNN went on a ride-along with ICE, and they thought it was wonderful in 2015. Right?
Yeah.
They just don't think it's wonderful now.
Well, and I just saw a video where you brought up President Obama and his deportations, which were vast, were great numbers. The video shows him honoring the person in charge of doing all of that and being praised. His name, Tom Homan. The same guy that is doing the same job now under President Trump and is being vilified and name-called.
We all have a computer in our pocket, but it's like nobody will take it out to do any fact-checking whatsoever. You're absolutely right. That's what happened. And yes, Obama deported way more people, and the local police cooperated.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's what made it not a mess.
And if they didn't cooperate, they at least stayed out of the way and kept the protesters away.
And what do we have now? That left the street from hell judge sending the criminal out the back door.
So
good for you. You should be in prison, lady.
Yes,
look what you
who
did.
was convicted and is facing jail time. I don't think she's been sentenced yet. But hey, Jake, I got to run. I got to get a break in. But
appreciate it, pal.
Appreciate your call. Thanks for calling in today. Bye bye.
Yep.
Hey, got to take that quick little break. When I come back, both lines are open. So give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
For personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,944.
Well, much cooler temperatures are here, but you could still enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customer guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings, 724-554-6067 for a no-cost or obligation home consultation. Or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Tune in to WMBS Saturday mornings at 8 8:20 for Your Financial Future with Gary Boatman, certified financial planner, investment advisory representative, syndicated columnist, and author, as he addresses such income issues as planning for retirement, future healthcare expenses, avoiding financial pitfalls, and much more. That's Your Financial Future with Gary Boatman, Saturday mornings at 8:20 right here on WMBS, where Gary Boatman welcomes your calls at 724-243-3075. That's 724-243-3075.
Ready to upgrade your home? At Ferris Carpet and Towel in Uniontown, you'll find premium flooring at prices that fit every budget. From plush carpet and durable vinyl to stunning hardwood tile and custom showers, Ferris has the styles and craftsmanship to bring your vision to life. Their expert team makes installation easy, fast, and done right the first time. Visit the showroom today and discover why homeowners have trusted Ferris for years. Ferris Carpet and Towel, quality you can stand on.
Everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. 724-208-5281. What makes buying your next vehicle for me worthwhile? I make it a very easy 5-step process. You look, you shop, you ask, you decide. And I listen. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hicks and Buzz Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. Hicks and Buzz also offers free prescription delivery, mail-out service for snowbirds, and dependable courteous service, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Hicks and Buzz Drugstore at 304 Morgantown Street, phone 724-437-2828. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday at Hicks and Buzz Drugstore of Uniontown.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, and it is open conversation. So give me a buzz. Both lines are open, 724-438-4593. The temperature has creeped up to 19 degrees. So get the suntan lotion out, get your bathing suits. We're ready to go, aren't we? There's something. 19 degrees and bathing suits. Polar plunge. So I've never done the polar plunge up in Connellsville on New Year's Day. I have not. I have, however, partaken in the polar plunge a number of times in Delaware into the Atlantic Ocean. And it's invigorating, to put it mildly. It's a great event that's out there. Takes place at on the boardwalk at Rehoboth Beach. And, roughly 4,000 people, maybe more, I forget what the numbers are now, show up on the first Sunday in February, and it benefits Special Olympics of Delaware. I'll tell you what, it's a great time. When you're with 4,000 other idiots getting ready to go into the ocean, it doesn't seem that bad. It's kind of this, I don't know, this group adventure where you're all in it together, and it's not that bad. But if you ever get a chance, again, it's not that bad. And it is a blast. So one of these days I'll go back and do it again. would you believe it? My father-in-law at one point, I think he was about 85 at the time, went out with us and went plunging in the ocean. So, age is not a concern. And if you're worried about safety, don't worry. They've got rescue swimmers posted about every 20 feet out in the ocean there. So for keeping an eye on everybody. So, yeah, anyway, there you go. Hey, something else that I've not partaken in this, but I certainly enjoy watching the Winter Olympics. That's coming up February 6th. And you know what? I enjoy I look forward more to the Winter Olympics than I do the Summer Olympics. Don't know why. I haven't really thought about it that much. I just enjoy the Winter Olympics more. Between the bobsled and the sluge and the skiing events. Some of the skating events as well. So I just I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what the time factor is going to be when broadcasting starts for the prime time viewing. I haven't looked into it that far yet, but oh well. Did enjoy very much last night's championship football game in college ranks. Indiana winning 27-21 over Miami. Did you watch the game? How did you like it? What did you think? I thought it was a great game, a nail biter right up to the very end there with a big sigh of relief when Indiana intercepted that final pass of the game. So let me know what you think about that. I've mentioned the oldest documented customer complaint on a clay tablet that dates back to 1750. Do you have a particular memory of a complaint that you lodged with a merchant, with a store, and actually won? Let me know. Or how it was resolved. I don't, because we humans are a funny lot. We do like to complain. So, we can chat about that. But yeah, okay. What else? I did mention the Buc-ee's auto rest stop down south and out west. I've never been. I don't know if you've been to one. But I hear lots of good things. But I'm especially happy with the news that the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention released earlier today that in year-to-year figures, drug overdose deaths in this country down 20%. And you can make of it as you will. To me, that's great news. It's great news, and whether it's the border under control, whether it's a more readily available and people are more knowledgeable about Narcan, that's great too. Whatever it takes to bring the deaths down, because it's just tragic when it happens. The user, maybe they've been caught in a cycle and they've just not been able to kick it for whatever reason, and their pain and suffering is gone, but it just continues for the loved ones around them. So I'm glad those numbers are coming down, and I hope they continue to come down. The federal government is looking into prosecuting those Minneapolis protesters that invaded a church service this past Sunday, prosecuting them under civil penalties for the FACE Act, the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances. Your thoughts on that? Should this be done? Should more of this take place? should ICE leave Minneapolis and Minnesota? What would you do? What would you have them do? How would you handle the arrest of illegal aliens who have been convicted of crimes, and some of them heinous crimes against children? What would you have them do differently? What other actions would you have done? Me, if I could, I'd convince all these cities around the country that are sanctuary cities and have told their police to stand down, to not help. I wish I had the words to get them to change their minds on this, their policies, and aid in the apprehension of these illegal aliens, especially those that have committed crimes in this country. And you may think that, drunk driving, and a number of them, a lot of them have records for DUIs, is no big deal. But when you hear and see numbers pertaining to death by vehicle at the hands of illegal immigrants driving, whether they were drunk at the time, under the influence, whether they were speeding, whatever, they're a threat to human safety and have caused harm in the past. So I'm all for, they kind of break the rules. When you come here legally, it's my understanding, because I've not had to go through the process. I mean, I'm a natural born citizen, born in California when it was a great state. So I've not had to go through the process, but it's my understanding part of that process is an understanding that you have to obey the laws of this country, and if you break the laws, you are subject to deportation. Even if you get into a bar fight, even if you're in if you're being a good Samaritan, and not that I agree with this part, I don't, but if you're a good Samaritan and you're coming to the aid to somebody that's getting the crap beat out of them in a bar or some other fight, and you yourself are get involved, you can be arrested and deported for that. I don't agree with that. If you're trying to do the right thing, if you're trying to, protect somebody else, I think there should be exceptions to that. But regardless, you are subject to deportation if you break the laws of this country. Nowhere does it say, bring us your tired and your poor so that they can break the law. Come here legally and be law-abiding citizens. That was what we want. That's how they should act. And contribute to society, not take from society. 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Hello.
This is Jay.
Hey, Jay.
I haven't listened to your whole show, been at work, but I heard you mention Buc-ee's.
Yes. I've never been to one. Have you been to one, Jay?
Yeah, I was there Thanksgiving at one.
Okay.
This one, I have in-laws in eastern Tennessee, so we travel down I-81.
Uh-huh.
This has not been there that long, off Bridgewater, Virginia.
Okay.
Real close to where James Madison University is. They built one there. It's so big that they have, once you get off the exit, they have their own. And I've been to that area 50 times off that exit because they used to have another convenience store there.
Okay.
Still there. But they're huge. I don't know how many pumps for gas they have. It seemed like 100, and I'm not exaggerating. I think they had about 100 pumps. They have their special lanes. They're huge inside. It was really crowded that day. It was Thanksgiving Day morning, and a lot of people were out traveling. And like you say, a lot of people want to go there. It was packed. You can get a lot of things there. The bathrooms were huge and clean. I did like that. But it wasn't the place that did a whole lot for me. Now, my kids liked it. My wife likes it. But they've got a lot of things there. Some of it's junk, though. I do like where they have those guys cooking the meat out there where you can see. I don't know if you're familiar with that. So you can get food and as they're cooking meat and order things. I'm not all that familiar with Buc-ee's, but I have been to a Buc-ee's, and I know they're big. I have family in North Carolina as we travel 95. They're big down through there, but I've only been to one. And that's the one in Bridgewater, and it's fairly new. To me, it didn't do anything for me. I mean, I do like a clean bathroom, and they're humongous bathroom in that place, and it was kind of neat to watch those guys with the meat. It's a big store, it's huge inside.
I understand their food is very good.
Yeah, we did get some sandwich because we need a little something, and it was good. It was good. That part was good. And, if you're going to buy things at a register, especially if you're traveling on a weekend, you're going to wait in line for, maybe I'm wrong. I could see it was really backed up just to check out merchandise. So, but I was on a holiday
weekend.
I'm not a Buc-ee's expert. I will tell you that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd put that out there. That was my first experience at a Buc-ee's. It may be my last, but
you never know, right?
Okay. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Jay. But I think my guess is they're you mentioned you saw them cooking the meat there. My guess is that's a 24-hour-a-day operation cooking the meat.
Yep. I'd say because they have special lanes for trucks and whatnot, and I'm sure they get people at all hours coming in.
Yeah.
81's pretty busy. It's a big connector.
It is.
From New England down to the south, and so that particular day, it was packed. You even with 100 pumps, we had to wait behind the car to get gas. They were all full when we got there. So,
wow.
Yeah. They're I guess they're a big thing. The more south you go.
Wow. They've got to have a tanker full of gas coming every hour.
They've got to have either that or they have really big tanks down below the ground that they can hold a lot of gas.
Yeah, I don't know.
But my son was impressed by it. He liked it, so good for them. It did have about anything you want.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Okay.
All right. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay, Jay.
Have a good one.
Thanks for the info. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, and that takes us up to our last break of the afternoon. So we're going to take care of that. When we come back, you and I together, we're going to close out hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with a short conversation or two. The Uniontown Medicine, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Give me a call and we'll chat right after this.
Okay, my New Year's resolution was to listen to my body, and my body says it's tired, coughing, and hates January.
Sounds like your body wants MoniMed same-day care.
I tried ignoring it. That was resolution number 2.
Let me guess, you Googled it?
Yeah, now I'm scared.
Let's not do that. I'm Kendall Soliero, a provider at Montgomery Medical. Walk in, get real answers, and start feeling better. No appointment needed.
Wow, a resolution I can actually keep.
New year, same germs. Walk into Montgomery Medical today.
Happy New Year! Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in!
John Clayton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Dominic, Happy New Year to you.
Hey, JC, to you as well. Let me tell you how we are going to get this new year started off right
Take up to $6,000 off MSRP on 2025 F-150 STX and take up to $4,000 off MSRP on 2026 Explorer.
Dang, Dom, that's a deal. Listen, we have great offers on all of our new models. And check this out, leasing is back. Lease offers have gotten significantly better, so stop, click, or call to get all the details.
Pre-owned, you know we got them. We have over 60 in stock. Most are certified with factory warranty and competitive rates.
We are continuing to offer mobile service, online maintenance appointments, and our very popular pickup and delivery option. Your car knows, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at FordofUniontown.com. Offers include all applicable incentives. Sale ends February 2nd.
Laurel Ridge Eye Care reminds us that vision problems may develop so slowly you don't even notice until you find yourself reading less and straining to focus. If that's happening to you, call Dr. Aaron Sobel at Laurel Ridge Eye Care for a complete vision exam. If there's one thing you shouldn't overlook, it's your vision. Laurel Ridge Eye Care and board-certified ophthalmologist Dr. Aaron Sobel remind you that early detection of eye disease can help prevent blindness. Their complete vision exams can help determine if you are developing problems. Laurel Ridge Eye Care offers full-service medical, surgical, and laser eye care with cataract surgery performed at Uniontown Hospital. Don't take chances with your eyes. Schedule your appointment today by calling Laurel Ridge Eye Care at 724-437-2222. That's 724-437-2222. All insurances are accepted, as well as Visa, MasterCard, and debit card at Laurel Ridge Eye Care, 130 West Fayette Street in the former Hockey Funeral Home.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish the very best to all our local hoops teams this season and remind everyone that our team of board-certified specialists are highly committed to provide the highest quality of care for any and all gastrointestinal and liver problems. Call us at 724-437-7677.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 3 minutes left in today's show. Plenty of time for you to call me. 724-438-4593. So we can chat whatever you want to chat about. So I'll be back here again tomorrow, though. We'll do this all over again with another 2 hours of open conversation. So looking forward to that already. What do we have tonight? We have Uniontown at Latrobe High School basketball right here on WMBS and also on our YouTube channel. 7:30 is tip-off. We also have Gateway at Laurel Highlands. That, too, is at 7:30, and you can see that on our Facebook page. So that's tonight's games. What else? Tomorrow is Baldwin at Uniontown. That'll be on radio. And then also Penguins tomorrow night after the basketball game as the Pens take on the Flames. So the Calgary Flames. So we've got that going in the near future as well. We are holding at 19 degrees right now. The sun's out, so it probably feels a little bit warmer than it actually is if you're in the sunlight. So I would recommend still bundling up because it is cold. It's supposed to be cold again overnight. A little warmth picking up, though, tomorrow. And maybe Thursday, but over the weekend, snow and cold comes back in the area. So a little bit of a weather forecast for you. All righty. Of course, we've got the Coach Watch going as the Steelers go on interviewing potential new head coaches. So they've progressed now, I guess, from virtual interviews to in-person interviews. We'll see how that goes. Really don't expect anything to happen for, at least another week, maybe longer on that. So, but anyway, there you go. Pirate baseball. Again, we are approaching the start of spring training. And of course, with spring training, well, that means spring is here, right? Why would you call it spring training if spring's not here? That's my philosophy. So I'm looking forward to the start of baseball. And, optimism is always there. The Pirates have made some changes, and so I'm optimistic. Not going to hold my breath. There's a difference. But optimistic that the Pirates have a better product on the field this year. Hey, some great calls today. I want to thank everybody that called in. I want to thank everybody for listening as well. We'll do it again tomorrow. In the meantime, CBS News is next. News from around the world, around the country, and then TJ with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It's going to be 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The Justice Department has served subpoenas to multiple Democratic officials in Minnesota. CBS's Cammie McCormick has the latest.
They include Governor Tim Walz, Minnesota Mayor